ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mounir Salah Haj from Algeria. I'm doing IFP at the University of West London. So today I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic, which is obviously most of people are oblivious about, and which is famine. So I'm going to talk about this. I'm not here just to give you a definition about famine or to tell you what's happening in Africa or India. I'm here because I believe that you and me, we can save them, we can help them, we can give them hope to survive. So, you know, I think life is unfair because, as we know, for example, Cristiano Ronaldo or David Beckham are getting millions of pounds, millions of euros just for one smile or just to kick a ball for one advertisement or something like that. And whereas people in Africa, they don't find something to eat or to drink. Okay, let's give you an example. We know Rihanna, right? I know, she has got a beautiful voice, yeah? So, she spends 16,000 euros every week just for her hair. It's unfair. And people in Somalia, they don't find €1 for 1 week just to stay alive. So, today, I'm going to divide my talk into 3 parts. The first part would be the history of famine. And the second part would be causes of famine. And the third part, I would like to make it open. I mean, if anyone has any suggestions, solutions to prevent famine, I would be very happy to take your suggestions. So, my presentation will take approximately 10 minutes, and I will be very pleased to take any question from anyone from you at the end of my presentation. So, before starting with the first point, which is history of famine, I would like to give you a brief definition of famine. So famine is a widespread scarcity of food caused by several factors, including unbalanced population, crop failure, or government policies. As we notice here, it's a man-made, so we can fix that. It's not natural made. So, nearly every continent has experienced a period of famine throughout history. In some countries, particularly in sub-Saharan Africa, they continue to have an extreme cases of famine. So, let's begin with the history of famine. The cyclical of occurrence of famine has been a mainstay of societies engaged in subsistence agriculture since the dawn of agriculture itself. So the frequency of famine and intensity has fluctuated throughout history, depending on changes of food demand, such as growth population and supply side shift caused by climatic conditions. So famine was first eliminated in Holland and England due to commercialization of agriculture and the implementation of improved techniques to increase yields, crop yields. So this is the history of famine in general. So let's move on to the second point, which is causes of famine. So causes of famine, I divide them into 4 points. I think they are the main points. So the first point, which is poverty. It's obviously that nobody starves if anyone has money. So between brackets, starves means is a verb when someone is dying because of hunger. So, according to Wikipedia, 10 million children are dying every year. 10 million children, just because of hunger. And that means 1 every 10 seconds. And some researchers says that every 4 seconds. So that's tragic. That's really tragic. So the second part, the second cause is no free press. So the general topic, the general opinion, has a big and underestimated part to play in Africa and as well as in the West. So, because what I'm trying to say here is, if there is no press, so no support for this issue, because people from USA or Europe, they can't know what's happening there without media, because people notice that journalists and aid workers visit famine zone, do not starve. So this is a major problem. So the third cause is drought. Drought is the case of death at the end of a sad story. It's horrible. And the fourth cause is conflict. Conflict, or even colonizations, which is one of the most common reasons or causes of famine. So all of the countries prone to famine has suffered of internal chaos, civil war, or colonizations, as I said before. So this caused a lot of problems, economic problems. For example, the transport links are all destroyed just because of wars, and people stop cultivating their land for years. And this is a big problem, because if there is no food, there is no self-sufficiency, so how people can eat or drink. So this is the major problem here. Well, now let's move to the third part of my presentation, which is some solutions to help those people, or to prevent or to stop hunger or famine. So I'll give you the first one, and the rest I would like to take them from you. So the first one, I think, is, in my opinion, is government and people should invest in livestock and agriculture. Because if people inquire the self-sufficiency, so no one died because of hunger. Well, if anyone has any suggestion, let's go on.
I think more aids from rich countries.
Yeah. So, but by creating new organizations to help those people.
Exactly.
Nice point. Yeah.
I think he's right for more aids, but you know, these organizations, they're not right with the people.
Okay.
They don't give what's supposed to be given.
Well,
you see millions of dollars, millions of money goes to these organizations, and you don't see any decrease in their death. You know.
I'd go what you want to say.
What's the point of making organizations again?
Okay. Individuals' consciousness can be another one. I mean, if I'll try to help them, if everyone try to help them, if they understand their sorrows, sufferings, everyone, that will be helpful for them. That can be.
You see, I think the help doesn't reach them. That's the problem.
Well, thank you. We will discuss in these points later. Actually, these are good points. So I would like to ask you, who wants to help those people? By raising hands, please. Well, all of you. So actually, I'm not surprised. Yeah, I predicted that. I suppose that. Okay, we will discuss about these points later. So, in conclusion, I would like to say that food is a human right. And these people are human just like us. They are breathing and eating, you know? I don't want to see people greedy, wants more money just to live, you know, because there are people that don't find something to eat or to drink. Yeah? So, I think this is all for today. I wish you benefit. Thank you.
Thank you very much.